Hello everyone, welcome back to the top 3 plays week 2 that is. Thank you EL3 for that submission. As we can see right here, we have Eder Malik facing Keltor. And Eder Malik using a few interesting cards right now. As we can see, yeah, he's playing a Wither, and we already have a weakness there, so really trying to get the board control. And he's going for that Curse Bound, so whenever a Tinted Ore is actually going to attack, he's going to take as much damage to his hero there, and the Void Rat actually increases damage potential to 7 total. So that is quite a bad row for him. And unfortunately for Vilke 2, there's not much he can do really. Up top and even the third lane, he can do 1 damage to that 3, but it's gonna be regenerated. So let's see how he's gonna play it from there. But he'll be having quite an interesting hand. I mean, and he even has one more Curse Bound and Power. So it's really trying to go for that damage there. Um, Kyoto deciding to put a Saur Brutes 225 in front. Interesting move. Probably needs that Enrage counter to do his ability. So EL3 decides to go for that another Curse Bound and boosting Tented Orc, leading to a double Curse Bound, 5 damage Tented Orc there. So by using the Fiery Rage, it gives Berserk. So, oh my god. Vilke2 actually take 15 damage just from one turn at the bottom row. Wow, that was super efficient. So yeah, by controlling the whole game and managing to put that combo together, he managed to pull 15 damage. That is too bad for Vilke 2. And he decides to kill his own creature. But unfortunately for Vilke 2, he already leveled up his Keltor there, so there's not much he can do. Next turn he's gonna have his creature is gonna attack, and it decides to surrender in shame. That is too bad, guys. All right, moving on to top 2. Top 2 by Perficient. As you can see, he's playing a Nurgle right now, which is quite interesting, and he's facing a Keltor deck that Keltor actually used a lot of the new 5-tower cards. That is not so bad. And he used Soulspire, so whenever he attacks with the Soulspire, actually had a crippling counter. Um, that was a good turn, yeah, managing with all that poison counters, getting all these creatures in one turn. That was quite efficient. As we can see right now, Meccano adds a War 10 top, so upgrading that shark potential damage to 4, which is a decent threat, that is. Let's see how he's gonna pull it off there. We have a decent hand for Triple Shell as well. I mean, Meccano is only at 9 HP, and Triple Shell just needs to do a few damage and then go for the powers to get that win there. So he decides to play Ambush Creatures. This is the third Ambush Creature he's been playing. Of course, as I mentioned before, he's playing the new cards, so we can see that that neutral creature has Ambush 1. Same thing with that specific creature, it has Ambush 1 as well there. So he decides to go for the damage. I mean, he's super close to finishing up, right? He could have done 6 damage here. And if there was Week of Training, Week of Mercenary once again, he could have managed to make it happen and get that win there. So he decides to put the tower up top, regenerating his own creature and using the crippling up top. And as we can see, he's using the Plague Bearer, so trying to get a really good advantage out of the poison counters from Nurgle and the creatures he's using. I decided to put a DA in front of one of these ambush creatures, probably second row. Didn't happen, unfortunately, for him. Again, Meccano using War 10. What did War 10 actually giving 2 more damage and surprise assault? So does +1 damage, +1 mutilation on this turn for all the ambush creatures, and he managed to pull 11 damage in only 2 rows, and that wasn't expected at all. Well played, Meccano. Definitely utilizing those ambush to its full potentials. Good job. Moving on to the top 1, submitted by Lavik. As we can see, Lavik is playing an interesting deck. Managed to get board control with that Armageddon. He has Chain Casting, he had a few of these enchant spells, quite interesting there. He's quite far behind though on the HP, but Ardem Malik always has an answer to the creatures. I think Wicked Austerity there is definitely great for some kind of control, slowing down the progression and slowing down the return from Adel Malik there from that road wipe. Let's see how Lavik's gonna pull it off. So he's going for Celebration, trying to get as many options as possible, it seems. Quite interesting. Getting the String of the Sea in case either Malik has any kind of fortune, or just maybe going for that +1 damage there. What's nice when you face Adar Malik is that he has no way of removing the ongoing spells, except if you use the new neutral rare, but we don't see a lot of these Adar Malik player use that yet, which could be something interesting. So Lavik decides to go for another board wipe. Pretty good here at this current point, lowering down his HP to 9 due to a week of austerity. So he has to be careful. I mean, I don't normally runs these POWs, and with Atropos, he can just recycle them all day long. So Jokerski actually putting a Atropos in front of that 205. Interesting. So should be able to block it efficiently. Chain casting, okay, not so bad, not so bad. So he's able to lower down the cost of all those enchants to 0. Okay, okay. So he's so he's boosting that creature up to 13, 16 damage. Wow, 90 damage using Armageddon in combo with Ice Shell, so he kills everything and it survives. And using the new card, Shoulders of Blade, there boosting the damage to 37 and doing 37 in only one turn. 37 damage. That is just insane. Wow. Well played, Lavik. Definitely deserved the top one there. Good job. Moving on to the bonus clip. Bonus clip was submitted by Killer2C. As we can see, the action is already packed there. We have Kenny, which is already at 1 HP, and facing a Asuma. So what Morlock has to be careful of is outmaneuver, POW, or any kind of the combos there. Only 1 damage to finish up the game. So Killer2C doesn't have the option right now. Unfortunately for him, he has a few outmaneuvers. Getting that at 2-1-4 shooter that actually removed the income game, which is quite interesting in jackpots for sure. Quite good against those Cassandra decks. So he decides just to block, just getting that extra turn. And as you can see, he's trying to get a row open there. So by having that row open, if he gets it POW and our friend Moloch doesn't put anything at the bottom, he has a chance of winning. It's going quite well for Akane. She has a lot of options right now, 5 cards. And Killer2C doesn't have too much options. He can hope for outmaneuver, maybe another one to try to get there and finish up the opponent. But yeah. There's not too much it can do, really. So we're kind of deciding to use her ability of recycling one of the spells, which is Tsunami, so killing everything on the board, except the flyings, and with Magic Resist, she's able to do a 6 damage this turn, leading to a 2 HP left for Asuma. Not so bad, not so bad. Decides to put some storms. Oh no, she forgot about the mana storms. And with the new change of mana storms, you take damage. So that is too bad. That is too bad. He had this game. He had this game, guys. All right, so that's it for the top 3 week 2, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to send us submit us some replays at the following email below. And cheers, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have good luck and have fun. Cheers.